guys, it is finally here. I'm super excited. When I very first started my Facebook page, The Daily Glamour, last August. Wait, has it been 2 years? I think it's been 2 years. Holy crap. I just realized that. Anyway, yeah, I think it's been 2 years almost. I gotta check that. At any rate, when I first started the page a few years ago, I really thought about the idea of kind of incorporating my love of makeup with my love of art. And a couple of months ago, I think I did an Artsy Fartsy Friday look based on the Picasso painting Guernica. However, I didn't get all the filming done on the tutorial, so this is the kind of first fully realized version of Artsy Fartsy Friday, and I'm super excited to show you guys. I have chosen an artwork called For the Love of God, and it's by a British artist named Damien Hirst. This was created in 2007. And it's one of my very favorite pieces because, you know, first off, I'm really attracted to it just visually and aesthetically with all the diamonds, and it's so luxurious and kind of over the top. But when I think about the meaning of it and relate it to other art genres that are favorites of mine, then it becomes even more exciting to me. You may or may not know Hirst's work, but he is really known for creating these kind of over-the-top crazy sculptures that deal a lot with death and fear. Anyway, in 2007 he began work on this piece. He called it For the Love of God because it was kind of a joke in his family. Every time he started a new project or had a new idea, his mother would kind of have this exclamation saying, you know, for the love of God, Damien, what are you working on now? He talks specifically about relating it to Day of the Dead, and kind of putting this comical or funny face to death as opposed to treating it as something you're afraid of. I really think about when I look at this artwork, the connection or tied to the Vanitas paintings of the 15th century. These were in Northern Europe, and they were paintings that dealt with the kind of shortness or brevity of life. And very often these paintings had images of skulls in them. So to me, this is like a 21st century version of a Vanitas painting, just done in a sculptural way. So to tell you a little bit about the piece itself, it is a skull that is cast in platinum. He actually purchased the skull from a store, had a mold made of it, and then cast it in platinum. He then had it encrusted. He purchased himself 8,601 real diamonds, and had a jeweler actually set these diamonds. There's a lot of small ones that kind of go throughout the entire skull, and then right on the forehead there's a very large kind of inverted teardrop diamond. Then later that year, when he made it, it actually sold at auction for $100 million. But at any rate, it's a really beautiful piece. It can just kind of captivate a room and an audience, and my students always love it, so I wanted to create a look based on this. So I hope you enjoyed kind of hearing a little bit about the artwork, and hope I didn't talk too much. So let me show you how to create this look. So the first thing I want to do is to put on a base that's going to kind of hold everything down. So I'm going to use my Milani Shadow Eyes in Almond Cream, and just kind of mark that all over the lid. And then blend it in with my finger. Next, I've got this really awesome silver eyeshadow called Outrageous Prisma Chrome from Sephora. It's the very first Sephora eyeshadow I've ever had. So I'm actually going to put a little bit of mixing medium. Now you can apply this to your brush if it's kind of a spray form, but mine's a liquid. It's the one from Beauty from the Earth called Mix and Fix. What I'm going to do is kind of just put a little droplet, and you can see where I've done that in the eyeshadow there. So I'm just going to open up my Mix and Fix and drop one droplet on there. With the flat shader brush, I'm going to mix that medium and the powder together, and then just apply that right to the lid and through the crease. Next, I'm going to grab a contour brush and some of the dry shadow and apply that right to the crease, and then blend it out. The dry shadow is much easier to blend than the wet. Then I'm going to take a fluffy blending brush and soften the edge of that. I'm going to go ahead and do the liner next, and I'm just going to use a black gel liner so I can get a really dark black line. This one is from Mica Cosmetics. I got it in my Ipsy bag a few months back, And I'm just going to apply that with my small Real Techniques brush that's for gel liner. I'm not really going to do a wing or a flick. I'm just going to do it kind of a boxy shape. So it's kind of flat on the end, going with the same line as the edge of the eyeshadow. Okay, so now it's time to add the kind of diamond effect, I guess you could say. I typically, if I'm going to use a glitter, most of the time I will use Lit Glitter Cosmetics. I find that their glitters are really easy to apply. They have a ton of colors to choose from. Of the 9 or 10 colors that I have, I don't have a silver. I'm not sure why, I just don't. So a while back I was on Amazon and I came across these glitters, which kind of came in a pack. I think that the large cut of this glitter will work nicely because it will look like, you know, kind of individual little diamonds on the eye. I am, however, going to apply it with my Lit Glitter adhesive, which is a really awesome product to have. I find that if I'm applying color to the whole lid, this type of brush works best. So basically just take the brush, dip it right into that adhesive, and then dip that right into the glitter while it's still wet. I'll then take that and apply it and you may need to do that several times to get the kind of density that you want of the glitter. Next, I'm going to curl my eyelashes and apply my mascara. This time I'm going to be using the Clinique High Impact Extreme Volume Mascara. I am going to take a tiny bit of that silver eyeshadow that just dry and kind of put it underneath just to add a little dimension down there, but not actually add any mascara. I have this wee tiny brush from Too Faced, and I'm just going to use that to apply the shadow underneath. And it's that same silver shadow that I used on the lid. Bringing it kind of a lot to that inner corner because I want to highlight it a bit. Okay, the last step is to apply false lashes, and I know what you're saying, Autumn, you hate false lashes, you know, but sometimes I have to make sacrifices and do things that I don't want to do for the sake of beauty, and today is one of those days. I actually got this set in my Ipsy bag, and it is from J-Cat Beauty, and they have a clear band, which you can kind of see right there, and it comes with a lash adhesive. I'm just going to use my trusty tweezers to kind of grasp those like so. Just going to kind of lay it across right towards the middle. Then bring the edge, push it to, bring the inside edge. Oh my god. That was not so terrible. It helps to have lashes that have a thinner band that are kind of a bit easier to maneuver. Okay, that's it for the eyes. Okay, so time to do the rest of the face. Since the eyes are kind of glittery and over the top, I'm just going to add a little bit of color to my cheeks using my E.L.F. warm bronzer quad here. Of course you can apply these individually, but I'm just going to swirl them all together and then use just the peach shade here to put a little color on my cheeks. And then just kind of turn my brush and use this tip of it just to grab some of that peachy color. Then I'm going to add a little bit of a highlighter. This is my Physicians Formula Translucent Pearl Powder, and I'm going to use my Real Techniques kind of setting brush and just run that right here. Right here. And then a little here across my Cupid's bow. So for lips, I've had a little bit of issue trying to figure out what to do, because my first instinct was to just keep it really simple because the eyes are, you know, glittery and kind of over the top. However, they're not like bold color over the top. So I feel like I could put some color on my lips. And thinking about the artwork and how it's just crazy opulent, I thought, you know, a red, really red, rich red lip would be kind of nice with this. So I'm going to line first using Urban Decay lip pencil in Gash. And I'm going to do a really, you know, distinctive liner, kind of accenting the Cupid's bow and everything. Fill it in a little bit too. Then I'm going to go over top of that liner with a NYX round lipstick in Chaos. Okay, the look's done. So that was the very first complete Artsy Fartsy Friday, my original vision to do these tutorials for you guys and kind of talk about artwork, two things that I'm super passionate about. Please check my Facebook page for tons of different looks, and I'll have links down below to this specific looks. If you have ideas for other Artsy Fartsy Friday looks that you might want to see, other artworks that you really love, then please leave me a comment and let me know. I would love to hear from you guys, and I look forward to talking to you guys again soon about art. Have a great Artsy Fartsy Friday, and I'll see you next week. Bye.